So I just got done watching President Barack Obama's last State of the Union address in 2016, and I honestly have to say that I am very impressed with his speech. I think that he definitely spoke to the American people. He made me proud to be an American from hearing his speech, because it seems as if, we have someone in charge who actually knows what the F they're talking about. I mean, the Republican Party, they are masters at misleading people and, basically having campaigns and then getting elected. But then when it actually comes to governing people and making sure that the American people have opportunity, it's like they're just completely, lacking of ideas, and they only care about a very, very, very small minority of extremely rich people. And it's sad that it's like that, but it's just how they are. And I mean, and then also when President Obama talks about specific issues, he knows what he's talking about, because you had Ted Cruz come on and say that he wants to carpet bomb ISIS, which is a military advisor came on and said that we don't do carpet bombing because that indiscriminately kills civilians, and that strategy hasn't really been used since World War II, because we have precision laser guided missiles or whatever, and we can pinpoint basically the house or door or window that we want the bomb to blow up in. So carpet bombing large areas where you have lots of civilian casualties, it's just not something that we do. And Obama addressed that. He didn't say Ted Cruz's name, but he definitely called him out on his BS, and I like that. And then also he talked about climate change, which is another thing that the Republican Party just flat out denies. It's like it's like the scientists have come out and said that, hey, look, this is a problem. There's been our military has said that this is one of the largest national security threats that we face. And then you have half of our political power in this country or whatever pretty much coming out and saying that, this is just a hoax and that it's all made up, when, we have people who are dying today because, of climate change, or climate change related, disasters or whatever. And also another big thing that our president talked about that I liked was voter turnout. And in the United States, out of all the developed countries, our voter turnout is 31 out of 34. And that's pathetic. I think that when you turn 18, you should be automatically registered to vote. I had to sign up for the selective service thing or whatever, and I don't see why they can't just automatically register every person when they're 18 years old, that they are now able to vote in the United States. I don't see what the big deal is. But obviously, the Republican Party wants to make sure that as few Americans can vote as possible to ensure that they win elections. I mean, this is just the facts of the stuff that is going on right now. And and then also when it came to dealing with ISIS, that's another thing that he hammered hard on was the Republican Party keeps saying that Americans getting weaker. We're not doing nothing to fight ISIS. But when in reality, the United States is by far the most powerful country to ever exist in the history of the world. And the fact that, they're acting as if this is some sophisticated global, empire that will, somehow topple us. And he said that, it's just BS. It's not true. It's just made up. ISIS. And he literally said that, these are people that are in garages. They don't have the sophistication to attack us and just, topple us or whatever. And we're blowing their asses up back into the Stone Age. So, and this is what I like about President Obama during his second term, more so than in his first term, that he actually attacks when people, try to, disregard his policy with lies. And that's what I like about our president is I feel like he's a very stand-up guy. And I think that by, the end of his term or by the end of his presidency, I think he'll be remembered as one of the greatest presidents in the United States of America's history. He has done a lot of stuff to get our country to where it needs to be. And hopefully Bernie Sanders will be our next president. That's who I'm rooting for. But I damn sure know it's not going to be a Republican who will occupy the White House come next election season. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. I definitely thank President Obama for his time in office, and that's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching.